All right. Hello, everyone. We'll wait for 5 more minutes so that everyone joins, and then we'll start.
Atul, if you are speaking, your camera, your mic is on mute.
I think I was on mute. Sorry,
Yeah.
really sorry about it. ठीक है. So I was just saying that before starting, we will start in like 2-3 minutes. Let everybody join, and till then, let's have a small chat on your introduction. You can write your name, college, city, year of grad in the chat. Would love to know about you guys. Where are you from? We have seen people joining our workshop from Pan India. Even it's from Dubai as well. Some guys joined from Africa as well last time. So would love to know about you guys. Please write your name, college, city, year of grad. Okay. Hi, Om. Hi, Arun from VIT Vellore. Hi, Ashok. Uh, Hi, Shashank. Hi, Nikita. Hi, Santosh. Anybody from VIT Bhopal? Bhubaneswar. Anybody from VIT Bhopal? Okay, no worries. So we are going to have a workshop in VIT Bhopal on 3rd of June, and we are soon going our Pan India tour with various workshops in various colleges. So if you want us to come in your college, you can write at team@cuvette.tech and we will look into it. Um, yeah, hi Dharmendra, hi Balmurugan, hi Sueshi, hi Suchita, hi Nishita, hi Shivani, hi Sriram from Chennai, hi Pavan from Chennai, Kaushik, hi Aditya. Everybody who is joining, hi Subhadeep from Jharkhand, hi. Um, Hi Shubham from Delhi. Anybody from Bangalore? Anybody from Bangalore? Okay. Hi Mansa. So really great weather today in Bangalore. Okay. Hi Akash, you're from Bangalore. Okay. Hi Kumar. Hi. Everybody who is joining, can you just write a short introduction about yourself, your name, college. Sir, your chat is faster than YouTube chat. Okay. I haven't experienced YouTube chat. What about certificate? We'll let you know. Um, hi everybody. Hi everybody. Hi Saurav. Hi Anjali from Bangalore. Shreya, Tanmay from Uttarakhand from VIT Vellore. Hi Devashish from Pune, from Chittor, uh, Noida. Hi from Ashutosh from Guwahati. Hi from Vizag, Ashutya. Great. We are already at 12:04. We will start the session. Sachin, can you just share your screen?
Yeah, sure. One second. Yeah. Am I visible to all of you? Okay, cool. Let me just quickly share my screen. Cool.
Okay,
Guys.
so before Sachin start, let me go through the first two slides and then we'll over to Sachin. A bit introduction about myself. I am founder of Cuvette. We are already there in the market since 2021. We are one and only platform in India who helps college students to get tech jobs in software development, entry level freshers, and recent college graduates. We have a lot of companies in partner with us, and more than 20 lakh students use our platform in India right now. We are everywhere on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram. You can join any of our channel. We keep on posting testimonials of students who are getting jobs from our platform and from our courses. This is about us. And can you go to the next page? Okay, so we have our own full stack placement guarantee course and data science placement guarantee course program as well. It's there on the platform. If you want to check about it, you can go and check the dashboard. You will get all the details about it. So this is all about me. I'm just going ahead. There are something which I wanted to share. Few other things. Um, so this workshop is okay. So Sachin, can you go to the next page? Okay, okay. So this workshop is introduction to generative AI, and we have been doing this workshop for like last, I think, 1.5 month. Every Saturday these workshops happen, and there are a lot of people who are like doing multiple workshops. Every Saturday they join and interact with us. This workshop is just a way to initiate the interaction between industry mentors and our students, the community students, so that students get to know like what is going on in the industry, what's the trending technology that is going on in the industry. Today we have Sachin, who already worked at Amazon, and right now he's working at Autodesk. Uh, it's a big company. It's a big US based company here in Bangalore. And so regarding the certificates and the session recording, you will get everything by Monday evening. And one thing I wanted to share: when you get the certificate, please tag us on Qt and just post your certificate on LinkedIn, because we keep on reposting your post, and it will help you get more visibility from the hiring partners. So that's what we do with all the students who are attending session. Keep on posting all your certificates. Follow Qubit before posting it, because when we repost it, it will be LinkedIn algorithm amplify it. So you just follow, upload the certificate, tag Qubit. We will repost it. We will like it. Many of our hiring partners will just get you. You will get some visibility that yes, you are doing something in generative AI. This is all about from my side. If you want to know more about me, you can check my LinkedIn. Um, Great, great. Over to you, Sachin.
Cool. Thanks, Atul, for the introduction. Am I audible to all of you? Just to confirm before I start. Am I audible to all of you? Can you just react with thumbs up? Okay, that clarifies. Okay, cool. First of all, hey and good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining in advance. Okay, so we will discuss about introduction to generative AI. Okay, this is the terminology, or this is something you might be hearing a lot in the recent times. You might be hearing this a lot in the recent times. Generative AI, Chat GPT, and a lot of other stuff. You might be hearing this a lot because this is the boom and this is the right time. Now, so we will discuss about introduction to generative AI. So let's start. Something about me. So I'm currently working as a software engineer at Autodesk here in Bangalore itself. And I have previously worked as at Amazon and a couple of startups as well. And I later received also offers from Amazon, Fidelity International, and a couple of startups. Full-time offers, yeah, SD1 offers. And the next point is I have pretty good experience. I'll tell like 2-3 years of experience in full stack cloud and generative AI. Generative AI I have been exploring from a good amount of time now. and I have good amount of experience in these technologies. Apart from that, talking about some numbers, 15,000 followers on Twitter. We can connect on Twitter as well, and 7,000 plus followers on LinkedIn. And yeah, that's me in the photo that you can see. Yeah. Now, that's a pretty like intro about me. Now let's start with the content, what we are going to cover. So like, as you can see, we have a couple of topics to cover. Okay, what is generative AI? We will discuss that. Then we will also discuss about what are the terminologies used. What is LLM? A lot of you might have heard this term. What is LLM? What is tokens? What is models? What is text to video, diffusion? All these terminologies, you might be feeling very overwhelmed or not knowing them or something like that, right? After feeling this, listening to these terms like LLMs and similar terms. So we will discuss about these terminologies as well. Apart from that, I will also tell you about how to train a model on your own data. So basically, right now, ChatGPT cannot answer if I ask question about my internal or my personal life. It cannot, because it's my own personal life. So what if I have a PDF? Okay, what if I have a PDF on my life, let's say, and where I was born and all the related stuff, where I did my college and all those stuff. So let's say I want ChatGPT to answer everything from that PDF as well. Okay, so how we can train the model on our own data? Okay, on our own data. This also I will teach you. There are multiple ways how we can do that. Okay, so or let's say you have a PDF. You want to train the model on a PDF or wiki pages, or you want to train the model on your personal Word files, Excel sheet, anything literally. So how we can do that? What are the ways? What are the how you can do that? We will discuss about that. Apart from that, we will discuss about RAG. It is also known as retrieval augmented generation. Guys, you might be feeling that, hey, what is this RAG? I will make sure you understand properly, even if you don't know anything about LLMs and generative AI till now. You will understand RAG, retrieval augmented generation, very properly. I promise you that. That is one thing. And apart from that, we will discuss about agents. What are agents? You might be seeing a lot of these terms on LinkedIn: agentic framework, agentic like workplace, or agentic life cycle, or agents, autonomous agents to do the task, do this, do that. What is this? We will discuss about this as well. Agents. Okay, so that is another thing. Apart from that, one bonus I have added. In that bonus, I have a couple of tools. Okay, I have mentioned couple of tools that you can use, okay, to get productive, and you should use. You should at least try those AI tools. Basically, they are just like ChatGPT, but basically they can help you do a lot more. If I tell you that you want to build an agent, whenever I send you a WhatsApp message, it should send an email to my mail. Okay, so let's say I send you a WhatsApp message. Okay, you should also receive a mail for that WhatsApp message only. So this is an agent you can make, an agent or automation you can make, such that whenever you receive a WhatsApp message from me, that same WhatsApp message will also go to your mail also, apart from your WhatsApp. And agents we can do to HR agent or a software engineer agent, or these micro agents you can build, meeting scheduler agent, and a lot of agent you can build. How to build those agents and how these tools works, I will also tell those tools as well. And those tools are coding tools as well, and some no code tools as well. So if you don't want to code, but still you want to build agents, you can use those tools. That is one thing. So yeah, these are the things that we will discuss. Okay, like how to build your own agents, using some coding frameworks, how to build your own agents using no code tool. And after that, we will discuss about Q&A. We will have a Q&A where you can ask the questions. We will take all the Q&A, okay, at the end. Okay, so you can ask the questions. I will cater to all of your questions. Is AI taking your job? How to become AI proof? All these basic questions that you might have, or how to get started in generative AI, that anyhow we will cover. and some roadmaps. If anything you want to know, we will cover in that Q&A section. I hope that is clear about the content that we are going to cover. Okay. Again, I'm recapping all of them. Generative AI terminology is used. How to train the model on your data, your personal data, anything. Your data can be, it can be audio files, it can be video, it can be Word, it can be PDF, it can be docs, it can be Excel sheet, it can be CSV, it can be a code, it can be anything. Okay, so how you can train ChatGPT on your data so that it, whenever someone asks a question, it should answer, ask a question related to you or your data, then ChatGPT would be able to answer your the answer that you are expecting related to your data. So that is one thing. Then we will discuss about a very interesting and very famous concept in generative AI that is known as RAG, retrieval augmented generation. Then we will discuss about agents, and then I already told you I have a slide for a bonus kind of slide for couple of what tools you can use. What tools you can use. Okay. Yeah, those contain coding as well as no code tools. Okay. Now, 1 second. Now, what is generative AI? Okay, so it boils down to this. What is generative AI? Very simple. Generative AI, I can tell as it's a artificial intelligence, as a new form of intelligence or AI that can create or generate a new content. Earlier, machine learning models, let me give you a history. So earlier, the ML models, what we used to build, either they can be a classification or prediction model kind of stuff. Like classification, a lot of you students would have built this spam and non-spam detector that you train the model on some huge amount of data, and whenever a new data comes in, you classify whether that data is spam or non-spam. Very simple and very famous project it is. Okay, so spam detection, it's a very famous project in machine learning. So earlier what we used to have, the machine learning models or AI models, what you can say, ML models, they could not generate like very new data. They could do classification. Okay, they could do classification or they could do prediction or something. That happened earlier. Okay, now the generative AI has the capability to generate new content. Now you will say that how does this happen? How generative AI, like how we can generate a new content? So let me give you a quick recap of that also. So basically, a few years back, a good amount of years back, right? Google launched a research paper. Google launched a research paper called "Attention is All You Need." Again, I'm repeating. Few years back, okay, Google launched a research paper called "Attention is All You Need." Using that paper, OpenAI, the founder of the company which created ChatGPT, they used that paper to create this ChatGPT that we use. And it follows an architecture called transformer. So ChatGPT, if someone asks you which architecture does ChatGPT follows, or Google Gemini also, or Sonnet, Claude Sonnet also, so the answer would be transformer architecture. Okay, transformer. I hope सबको समझ में आ गया है. I hope that is clear to all of you. Okay, so yeah, that is one thing. So ChatGPT, Google Gemini, Claude Sonnet, all these are built on transformer architecture. Okay. GPT, what is the full form of that? Do you know? It is called ChatGPT. So what is the full form of GPT? GPT stands for Generative Pre-trained Transformers. Generative Pre-trained Transformers. GPT stands for that. Okay, so all these LLMs means large language models, all of them, Google Gemini, ChatGPT, Sonnet, or any other models, they all follow the transformer architecture. Okay, ChatGPT, Google Gemini, everyone, they follow transformer architecture. That's why, so this is how generative AI came into existence. Okay, the attention is all you need, and then transformer architecture and all of that stuff. So earlier we had the traditional machine learning models, then came neural networks, and then this is neural networks, deep learning, all this stuff. And this third one is generative AI, a new era in AI. A new era in artificial intelligence. I hope everyone understood. Did you understand? A thumbs up would be good. Did you understand, guys? A thumbs up would be fine. Just to confirm. Okay, all good. Cool. So that is pretty much about generative AI. Again, I will go to the definition. Generative AI is a new artificial intelligence, okay, that can create original content, such as it can create images, text, video, software code in response to users' prompt. Generally, on ChatGPT, what do? We go prompt that, hey, ChatGPT, can you give me a Python program to fetch data from internet using REST APIs? So ChatGPT will give you a Python code. Okay, it will give you a Python code. Okay, so yeah, that will happen. It will give you a Python code to do that. I hope that you understood. We give a prompt, we get a response. That is a very basic introduction of generative AI and how it came into existence. Google's research paper, these companies like OpenAI used that research paper, and that research paper is known as Attention is All You Need. Understood? So this is what they used, and this is how generative AI came. Before generative AI, we had this neural networks and all of that stuff. Before that, also we had this basic machine learning models, classification models, and then prediction models, and etc., etc. And this is how it came. Now we will discuss about basic terminologies which are used heavily in generative AI. Okay, transformer. What is transformer? So transformer is a very big neural network. What is neural network? Neural network, very by simple examples, I can explain you. We have these neurons or nerves in our body, right? So they release some microelectronic signals. You don't know if you study biology. Okay, if you study biology, you will find. So we have some neuron systems, neurons in our body. They release these microelectric signals, and that's how we feel the sensations and all these things, whatever action you take from hands or anything, right? So that's how it happens. Okay, so similarly, transformer is a neural network. It follows a neural network architecture. Okay, and this transformer, this neural network architecture transformer was actually introduced in Attention is All You Need paper by Google. Okay, so it's a neural network architecture. Okay, transformer. I hope that is clear. Now, second point, what is LLM? Very simple and very famous question. People get confused a lot. What is an LLM? LLM stands for large language model. Then is there something called small language model also? Yes. There can be large language models. There can be small language models as well, SLMs. They are known as SLMs. So LLMs are a model basically trained on immense amount of data. They are trained on a huge amount of data. Okay, and underneath they follow the transformer architecture, which I told you. And using those huge amount of data, they try to generate the next token. What is a token? Token you can consider as a word, roughly. Okay, so 3 to 4 characters, it is called as one token. 3 to 4 characters is called as one token. 3 to 4 characters of what? So let's say my name is Sachin. So SACH, such. This is one token. So 3 to 4 characters is roughly one token. Okay, that is one. That is another point over there. So LLMs are trained on huge amount of data, everything, all the data across internet, they are scraping everything. So these are trained on huge amount of data, and using that huge amount of data and using the transformer architecture, they try to generate a new token. Generate a new token means generate a word, generate an answer that you are asking for. You asked a question and you want an answer. You want an answer, right? So this LLM will try to generate a token, generate an answer for you using the data on which it is trained before. It is called as LLM, large language model. One bonus point is SLMs, small language model. It is not trained on a very big amount of data, and their context window is also a bit lesser of SLMs. Okay, I hope that is clear to all of you. So we discussed transformers, we discussed LLMs, we discussed tokens. Now discuss about prompt. What is the prompt? Guys, this is a very famous. What is prompt? What is prompting? What is prompting? What is prompt engineering? This is very, you will see everywhere on the internet. What is prompt engineering? What is prompting? Okay. So prompt is nothing but an instruction that you give to the model, the question that you ask to the model. Okay. To do a given task. You want to say, you want the model to do anything, write a poem for you, help you to answer anything. You will, what you will do? You will give a prompt. Prompt is basically the input that you give to the model. Okay, clear to all of you? Guys, is it clear to all of you? I hope that is clear. Now you have token. I already told what is a token. Token can be thought as a piece of a word, roughly 3 to 4 characters. Guys, what is a token? 3 to 4 characters, just like my name, Sachin. So SACH, such is a token. You can assume it as a token. That is a token. Okay, next we will discuss about multimodal. Multimodal. Okay, what is that? Multimodal means models. MODAL. It's multimodal, not multimodal. Do not confuse. It's multimodal, not multimodal. Make sure. So multimodal means it's a capability that a model, let's say GPT-4, can take or generate various types of inputs. One type of input is text. Another type of input you can give is you can also drag and drop this PDF images into ChatGPT. Do you agree with me? Guys, can you drag and drop PDFs or PNGs or images to ChatGPT and tell ChatGPT to read that PDF, read that image? Can you do that? It is possible, right? Yes. So GPT-4 or whatever you use, it's multimodal. So multimodal means a capability of a model to take various types of input also and to generate various types of output also, not only text. ChatGPT, this image generation also can support, right? ChatGPT can also generate image. There are multiple models. Grok by, it is by XAI, which is founded by Elon Musk. So there is a model called Grok, Grok. Okay, so Grok can also generate images. There are a lot of LLMs which can take input multiple things like images, PDFs, anything, and we can generate also multiple things. Clear, guys? Thumbs up, thumbs down, yes, no? Is it clear till now? All good? Okay, cool. Good to see. Okay, so we covered 5 terminologies. We discussed transformers. It's a neural network architecture, which followed the attention is all you need paper. That is one thing. We discussed about LLMs. What is an LLM? What is an SLM? I told you. What is a prompt? I told you. I told you what is a token. We discussed what is a multimodal capabilities. We discussed about that. And then now we will discuss about prompt engineering. Okay, it's very famous. It's super famous in the generative AI world. What is prompt engineering? So prompt engineering, you guys also do when you chat with ChatGPT. What is prompt engineering? Let me tell you. So prompt engineering in simple words, first I will tell you, and then I will go to the definition. Simple words, instructing the model or telling the model to give the output in a specific format, or to tell the model that you are some entity. Okay, that is known as prompt engineering. How? Let me explain you. So if I tell ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, you are a DSA expert and your task is to help me with DSA questions. Whenever I ask a question, you have to give an answer in the most optimal time complexity. This much I tell to the ChatGPT. Then it will act like a DSA expert. Will it or not? Do you agree? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Will it? Yes. It will. It will. If I tell the model that, hey, ChatGPT, you are a DSA expert and your task is to do this and this. So basically, you are engineering with prompt and giving that model, giving that LLM a role and telling it to give a specific kind of output. You are crafting its output based on some instructions that you are giving to it. Understood? So crafting prompts to get the desired output from a generative AI model is known as prompt engineering. Okay. And prompt engineering is used heavily in generative AI. Everywhere. In coding also, it is used heavily. Okay, it is used heavily. I hope that is clear to all of you. I hope that is clear to all of you. Prompt engineering, okay, prompt engineering helps you to craft your prompt, okay, and it helps you to give the output in a specific format. Okay, I hope that is clear. So this is known as prompt engineering. Clear, all of you? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Kiran, if you have any questions, I can take your questions at the last. Okay, remaining all students, if you have any questions, we will take all the questions at the end. I will clarify your questions. I promise you that. Okay, don't worry for that. I'll clarify all the questions that you have. Till now, you understood everything, whatever I talked? Okay, great, great, great. So that was all about terminologies. I hope सबको समझ में आ गया. Whatever I told, I hope सबको समझ में आ गया. Everyone understood it. Okay, now how to train model on our own data? Very important question. Actually, there are 4 ways. One more way is there, which is known as pre-training. Pre-training means what the companies do. They build their model and they train the whole data on that model, right? That is known as pre-training, right? So like ChatGPT will build GPT-4 and then train GPT-4 on the whole external data. That it will do, right? That is known as pre-training, simple words. How to train the model on our data? I'll speak, okay, about each of them, and I'll try to make you understand all of them very properly. So the first way is known as prompt engineering. The first way is known as prompt engineering, which we already discussed like 2 seconds or 10 seconds ago. Then you will say that's how prompt engineering can be used to train on our data. So basically, it will not help train on our data. Prompt engineering is basically used along with these guys, RAG and fine tuning, to craft the output what you want. Okay, so it acts as a plugin for or additional step for RAG and fine tuning. So let's start with RAG and fine tuning. Prompt engineering we have already discussed. RAG, one of the most famous concept when it comes to training the model on your data. It is one of the most important concept. Understood? How and what is this? Let's discuss. Okay, let's discuss. RAG stands for retrieval. Three words are there. RAG, 3 characters, 3 words. Retrieval. We do these steps actually. So we do retrieval, we do augmentation, and we do generation. So it's called actually retrieval augmented generation. RAG stands for retrieval augmented generation. And actually we do these steps. We do retrieval, we do augmentation, and we do generation. That's why we are calling it as like that. That is known as RAG, retrieval augmented generation. Okay, yeah. So retrieval augmented generation is a technique basically which combines the model, whatever model you have, let's say here. Okay, this is the model and this is an external source. Let's say this feast is an external source of data where your data is stored. So connecting the model with the external sources using some retrieval system. Okay, so that is known as RAG. Let's discuss a bit briefly. So retrieval augmented generation is a basically technique, I told you, which combines the model with some retrieval augmented system, some retrieval system. What is this retrieval system? I will tell you, don't worry. It retrieves the relevant documents from the knowledge base and includes them in the model context to generate more accurate and up-to-date responses. Okay, again I'm repeating. So basically, very simple. You have a model. Along with model, you attach with a database. You have a model, you attach that model with a database. And that database will contain all your data that you want the model to be trained on. That is the first point. Okay, so that is the first point. So that database is also known as vector database. Very famous concept, very famous thing, vector database. Okay, So vector database is kind of a database which stores text as well as vector embeddings of your data. Now you will say, hey, what is vector embedding? So vector embedding is basically, let's say I want to store my date of birth. Okay, so this 1 January 1 everything I want to store. Okay, on the vector database. It's a database basically. So what I will do is, whatever my date of birth is there, I will convert it into vectors. Vectors you must have studied in mathematics in your 10th, 11th, in physics also, right? 2i plus 3j plus 4k is equal to 10. Have you studied? Something like that. 2i plus 4j plus 7k is equal to 10. Vector addition, vector multiplication, dot product, cross product. Have you studied these things? Everyone, physics guys in the class? Okay, so yeah, it is similar to that only. So what we do is, I have a date of birth. I will convert that into vector. Vector means numbers, array of numbers you can assume, or list of numbers. And those numbers actually are the mathematical representation of my text. The vector is the mathematical representation of my text. What is my text? Let's say my date of birth, this date, this month, this year. Those embeddings is a mathematical representation of my text, and I store my text as well as the mathematical representation. Both of them I store on the vector database. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear to all of you. Okay, that we store on vector database. Okay, now how does this RAG actually works? So let's discuss with this architecture how RAG works, and then we will come again with fine tuning. So let me just zoom in a bit if I am able to. Yeah. Okay. So guys, see properly how you can implement a RAG based solution. Okay. So you have these additional documents. These additional documents is nothing but your data, your PDFs, let's say, your personal PDFs. Okay. Step one, what we will do is convert your own data to embeddings, which I told, the vectors. Okay, whatever huge amount of text you have, you convert the corresponding vector embeddings for that. Okay, you convert the vector embeddings for that and store it in the vector database. Step one is encode. Okay, so this whole data passes through this embedding model. There is one model. There are a couple of embedding models by OpenAI, by other companies as well. OpenAI very famous embedding model is called ADA, ADA, very famous. So what does that model do is convert the text into vectors. So whatever PDF you have, internal, your personal PDF, send it to the model. It will convert it into the numbers and the vectors. Store the vectors and as well as the text also, both. Vectors and the text both on the vector database. A question is, why do we convert to vectors? I will explain that. Don't worry. Why do we need to convert it to vector? Why can't we only store text? You can store only text. You can store the whole PDF in the vector database. You just have to split it into paragraphs and just store it into vector database. You can store it. But why do we need vector embeddings? I will tell you that. So let's answer that here itself. So vector embeddings, okay, they actually play a major role. Okay, they play a major role in just computing or finding how one text is closely related to the other text. Very simple example. Okay, so guys, what is the best phone in the market right now? Let's say iPhone or Nothing also. A few days back, Nothing launched a new phone, right? I guess Nothing launched a Nothing CMF Pro 2 or something like that a few days ago. So let's say I went to Google. Okay, I went to Google, and what did I do? I searched for, okay, best battery life, let's say, battery backup smartphones. Best battery backup smartphones. You can see here as well. Can you see? I have searched it. Best battery backup smartphones. Guys, just tell me one thing. Will it only return this backup terms? No. It will return me all the mobiles where it has written long-lasting phone. Phone with phone which can run for 3-4 days. All these terminologies also, it will give me the result in this. Agree with me? It will not only search for the backup keyword, it will also look for the keywords where phone has been mentioned as everlasting phone, long lasting battery, or whatever stuff, right? It will do that. Agree with me? Agree? Everyone agree? Thumbs up, yes or no? Everyone agrees? So on Google I went and I just searched best battery backup smartphone. But it will also return me all those articles. See here, phones with best battery life. I did not search for best battery life. I wrote backup. I wrote the keyword backup, but it is giving me best battery life. Okay. And then more, best phone with battery life in 2025. So it means that Google is just not looking at the keyword, the word, but also the closely related terms. Agree with me? Guys, everyone agree with me? Google is not only looking at the backup keyword, that only I will only answer for the backup keyword. I will also answer for long lasting battery. I will also long lasting phones, you can see here, long lasting, evergreen batteries, and all these terminologies. I hope that is clear. Okay, so this is the same reason why we need vectors. So vectors, converting those numbers, we use those vectors to find whatever the user asked the question in the prompt. We will see how that vector, if that vector is closely related to that word. Doesn't matter if the user is not using the exact word. So for example, very simple example, in the vector database, I have stored my date of birth as I was born on this date, this month, and this year. In the vector database, I have stored this. I was born on this date, this month, and this year. I have stored this text inside vector database. Now, user asks the question, what is the, when did Sachin come to this planet, or something like that? Okay, so what will happen is that keyword, okay, that sentence, that question asked, it will we will calculate how close that question is with the text on the vector database. I was born on this date, this month, and the question asked that when was Sachin first came to the planet. Okay, so they will try to find a correlation. Okay, that how closely are they trying to say the same thing? Yes, this is why vectors are important. That is why we need to convert, because keyword to mapping we can do, right? Keyword को हम कभी भी map कर सकते हैं आसानी से. We can map the keyword, but how to find whether it is closely related with that term or not? It can use similar terms, a different term. It can use a different term, right? But अगर मैंने backup search किया है, तो backup को छोड़ के और सारी चीजें भी मुझे show हो रही हैं Google पे. You can see here, right? It is showing long-lasting phones, best battery life, and all different. Not only backup keyword, other keywords also it is showing. So it is calculating how closely the other words are related to my question, and then it is giving the result. Understood? Semantically, it is checking how it is closer to that. Did you understand why do we need vectors? If we do not have vectors, it will only do the keyword search. It will only try to match the keyword or the words I have asked. Okay, so it will only use that. But using the vectors, we will try to find the closely related ones. Okay, not exact we will find, but also the related or the similar wordings. Best battery life. We can also write either long-lasting battery, evergreen battery. So I hope you understood why do we need vector databases. I hope that is clear to all of you. Vector databases for storing the vectors. Why do we need vectors in the vector database? Everyone clear? Great. Now, after we store, listen, first flow is done. This is known as data ingestion flow, that we put the data into the vector. So you had your additional PDF, you converted, you passed into embedding model. And you stored in the vector database. Okay, that is one thing. Now the user will ask a query on ChatGPT that, hey, when did Sachin come to this planet for the first time? Okay, it will also be converted to vector embedding. This this text, this question will also be converted to a vector embedding. And our vector embedding and the data which is stored on the vector database when I was born. And this question says is when Sachin came into planet for the first. Okay, what will happen is it will try to do a similarity search based on the keywords as well and based on the similarity, how they are closely related. So now ChatGPT will answer in the vector database. I have written that Sachin was born on this date. Question user asked is when was Sachin came to this planet? Okay, so what will happen is it will do a similarity search and see, hey, is there any information in the vector database related to when was Sachin came in this planet or Sachin's date of birth or Sachin's birthday, anything related to that? If it is there, what we will do is we did a similarity search. If the user, whatever user asked the question, if it is there, we will fetch the similar documents here. That okay, that part you give me. From the vector database, we will fetch the part which is mentioning Sachin's birthday. From the vector database, we will try to fetch that particular small part only where Sachin's date of birth kind of information has been mentioned. So we will use that data along with the prompt that user asked. We will combine both of them together. Okay, and then send it to the model. That hey, user is asking that question, and here I have some basic information about Sachin's date of birth also. Can you find Sachin's date of birth based on this information I have got from the vector database? Are you able to understand, guys? Are you able to understand till now? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Any doubts? I will cater your doubts, guys. It might be possible that you might not understand everything properly at the first instance, but I will cater your doubts. You just have to wait. So I search for vector database, anything related to Sachin's date of birth, and the question also, when was Sachin came to this planet first? We combine together both of them. Put it to LLM. That hey, ChatGPT, this is the question as user has asked, and this is the context that I have got from the vector database. Can you give the answer? So it will use that particular context and solve that question that user has given below. And then it will generate the response in the 7th step over here. Did you understand? This is known as retrieval because we retrieve the documents. See here, we do a similarity search and we retrieve some similar text. That is why it is known as retrieval. Why it is known as augmented? Because augment means adding. So we use the prompt, add the prompt and the context together and put it to the model. This is why it is known as augmentation. Okay, and generation means we generate the output. So retrieval, augmented, generation. Retrieval means retrieve the information from the vector database. Augmentation means augment that information with the prompt. And the third one is generate a response. So that is why it is known as retrieval augmented generation. Clear to all of you, the retrieval augmented generation? I hope that is clear. I have tried my best to make you understand. Okay, great. I can see a huge amount of enthusiasm in the reactions and all, so I'm really happy because I told you I'll try to make you explain RAG in a simplest way that I can. Okay, so even if you don't know any LLM or anything, I hope you understood RAG. Vector database is just a normal database which stores numbers, that vectors that we used to study in 11th, 12th, 10th. 4a plus 3j plus 5k is equal to 10. We used to calculate dot product, cross product, and all of these stuff. So these things we used to do, right? And that's how we generate a response. And this is known as retrieval augmented generation, one of the most famous concepts in generative AI. Okay, cool. Just a second. Okay, let me zoom out. Okay. So that is RAG architecture. Now, what is fine-tuning? RAG we understood completely. Now we will discuss about fine-tuning. Fine-tuning means you have a pre-trained AI model. Pre-trained AI model means you have pre-trained means they are already trained, like GPT-4, GPT-5, Gemini, Gemini 2.5 Pro, the newly launched, or Claude Sonnet. These are all pre-trained models. So you take that model, okay, and you have this huge amount of data. On the top of it, you train with a huge amount of data. Okay, so you take that model, which is like this, have this much amount of data, which has and this data has been trained by the OpenAI team. And you have this external data, You wrote personal data, your date of birth, your friends' details, what do you like, who's your favorite pet animal, where did you go to school, who is your favorite teacher, do you dance or do you sing? All these information you will have here. Okay, you have this data, and you put that data on the top of it. And this is just one time training kind of thing. If data changes, you have to train again. Okay, and or you can define a pipelines as well to retrain. So this is how it does. This is this is fine tuning. Did you understand? Very simple. Few people did not, few people understood. Okay, I'll again explain. No worries. Okay, so it's just fine tuning means you have GPT-4 and you have huge amount of data, and you use GPT APIs are also there to fine tune. You pass that data over there and your model will be trained. It works like that. Their architecture is their architecture I can explain, but we don't have much time over here. That is one thing. Second thing is, which one among them you should pick if you want to train the model on your personal data? Which architecture to follow, RAG or fine tuning? I will say always go first with RAG. Always go first with RAG. Why? Because it is lesser costly than fine tuning. Fine tuning is expensive in terms of money, the cost, the API cost and everything that you will have to bear. It is more expensive than RAG. RAG can answer all of your questions. If you implement RAG properly, you will be able to answer a lot of questions. You will be able to answer all the questions, and it is more than enough for you to use RAG if you have these kind of use cases where you want to train the model on your personal data. Is it clear to all of you, guys? So always go with RAG first, because RAG is not that expensive. If you implemented RAG, okay, if you implemented RAG architecture, you train the data, model is accurate, but not that much accurate. Like let's say it is 70% only accurate. Then you try to improve the model, or perform multiple operations. If that also does not help, you go with fine tuning. You go with fine tuning. Did you understand, guys? Did you understand? Is it clear to all of you? Okay. Okay. I hope that is clear. Great. I hope till now you are able to understand whatever I'm telling you. Okay, so everything is crystal clear to all of you. I can see over 200 people have joined, so it's nice to see you guys. Okay, now moving to the next part. What are agents? Okay, so yeah, in 10-15 minutes, yeah, we'll in some time we'll discuss, and then yeah, we'll move ahead. So let's discuss with what are agents. What is the problem with normal LLMs? What is the problem with ChatGPT? Why do we need a ChatGPT agent kind of stuff? Why do we need? Okay, let me tell you. If I tell ChatGPT, hey ChatGPT, book me a table at Meghna Biryani. Meghna Biryani is a famous spot in Bengaluru for biryani. Bangalore people would know. Or book me a table at Rameshwaram Cafe. Book me a table at Rameshwaram Cafe, or book me a table at Meghna Biryani. Will ChatGPT be able to do via Zomato? No, ChatGPT will not be able to do. I will have to go to Zomato, open, dine in, book the table for 2 people and select the time. Agree with me? Guys, agree with me? Can ChatGPT book a table for me as of now? No, it cannot book. So it means that the traditional LLMs, all these LLMs, Gemini, ChatGPT, all these things, they cannot do the stuff for me. They can only answer the stuff for me. They can tell how to book from Zomato. But if I tell ChatGPT that, hey, I don't want to book, I'm lazy enough, please you book it for me, ChatGPT will say, sorry, I don't have the capabilities. This is a major drawback of conversational chatbots or LLMs. They cannot do the thing for you. They cannot take actions for you. Samajh gaye? Everyone understood? Everyone understood, yes or no? So they cannot do any action for you. That is the first point. Second point is, they cannot track the real-time data. If 10 minutes before something happened, if I ask, let's say Gemini, that hey Gemini, can you please Tell me what happened 10 minutes before near Rameshwaram Cafe or something. It will not have able to access because it does not have the access to the latest data, external sources. Okay, it cannot. Do you agree? Guys, do you agree? Yes or no? Guys, do you agree? Yes or no? It cannot do. It will say, Anna, no, I can't do. मैं कर नहीं सकता. Ask someone else. It will say that only, right? So it cannot do that also. It cannot find the latest information. It cannot take actions. This is where we need agents. Everyone, see here, okay? And we'll discuss about agents. So basically, agents allows you to connect with the external environment. Okay, external environment. Agents allow you to connect with the external environment, whatever environment, web. You can do a database call. You can read from the database using APIs. You can do a web call. You can execute any task. Agents allow you to do that. Okay, so what are agents? Agents, so let's see why agents we require. So I'll explain to you already, but I'll do that again. Traditional OpenAI chatbot without agents have key limitations. They rely on static knowledge, lack access to real-time data like news and stock prices, and they can't interact with external environments, no file reading, API calls, task execution. They can't do anything. No. What are agents? Agents are intelligent systems that can extend this capability of traditional agents, and agents can interact with external tools. Agents can access the real-time data. Agents can do the task for you, execute the task for you. Okay, agents can do that. Agents can do API call. Agents can do database call. Agents can read anything from Google, and they can do all these things. How do we build an agent? Another question. I will tell you. I have a slide later for that. So these are the things. So agents can read files, call APIs, execute multi-step processes, remember user preferences, making them more dynamic and whatever, real world and real time. So this is what agents can do. Understood, guys? Why do we need agents? Agent can only, because chatbot can only answer. They can't do the task. Agents can do the task, and they have the real time. They have the access to the real-time data. That is why agents can do these tasks for you. Clear, all of you? Great. I hope सभी को समझ में आ गया कि agents क्या होते हैं and what they can do. Right. So, okay, I guess we are reaching towards the end. Okay. GenAI tools and frameworks. Okay, so here I have listed a couple of tools that you must use. And guys, I'm telling you, if you do not use AI in your day-to-day life, you will be termed as someone called outdated in today's industry. You will be termed as outdated, and you will find yourself lacking behind of others. Others are building a project, doing anything in few hours. You are taking few days. That is a sign of being less productive. Okay, so you should use all the generative AI tools and frameworks that are available over there. I'm telling you a few of the tools which I use a lot. Okay, so basically web applications, you can see. So web application, what is this? So these are the tools: Bolt, V0. First one is Bolt, second one is V0, and the third one is Lovable. These are the top 3 famous ones. So they can help you create only by text. You can create a whole front-end back-end infrastructure, like front-end, back-end, deploy, payments, everything you can create using these tools. I want to create, for example, I want to create a note-taking application which will have these front-end, this back-end, and then all these stuff. If you put that input in these tools, you will create them in no time. Just Google it. If you want to use, if you have not used, try using them, try exploring them. Okay, so try Bolt, B-O-L-T. If you try Bolt AI, just write Bolt AI on Google, you will find it. Or if you write V0, so V0.dev. If you search that also, you will find it. Okay, then you can find Lovable. You search on Google Lovable, just open it, try prompting anything, it will give you the output. You will see the whole UI over there. So you can use this. You can also use these tools for generating videos from text. You give a prompt, a horse running in sand, for example. Sora or Google VO3. It is a Google VO3 is launched few days back only. So these models can help you generate videos, live videos. You have written horse running on sand. They will generate a video with horse running on the sand. Okay, so that is another thing. Now, you can use these code editors like Cursor or Windsurf. I personally use Cursor a lot. It's my favorite. So you can use Cursor. It's a VS Code. It's a lot of you use VS Code, IntelliJ, JetBrains, whatever you use, right? So you can use this as a alternative to that, and it's a very powerful tool, Cursor or Windsurf. If you have not used till now, just explore Cursor. Your like mind will be blown by the capabilities you will see. You can build full stack projects within hours using Cursor. For UI, user interface, the front end, you can use Bolt, V0, or Lovable. Okay, so that is one thing. Now, how to build AI agents? Very simple. So first, let's go with the no-code tools. You don't have to code there. You can use N8N. If you want to build any AI agent without any coding, you can use N8N. Just Google it, N8N. You can build these agentic workflows. Okay, you can use this. Now, using coding, if you want to, you are a coder and you want to create AI agents to do database call and to do a lot of stuff, you can use Agno. My preference is Agno. Agno is very lightweight. LangGraph is very confusing. It's very lengthy. For beginners, if you want to build an agent, Agno you can use. Agno, just write on Google Agno AI. Agno AI. And it's a library. Okay, it can help you to build agents. Agno. Okay, this is really good. I have a couple of others also. You can use Microsoft AutoGen. AutoGen is also really good. Agno and AutoGen I prefer to be one of the best. So AutoGen, you can use that, or Agno, you can use that to build agents. So yeah, these were the generative AI tools and frameworks that you can use in your day-to-day life in order to become a bit more productive. Okay, to create anything, to write the documentations and all of that stuff, you can use these things. Understood? Did you understand? Yes or no? Guys, did you understand? Yes or no? Okay. Cool. Okay, I guess we are almost done. So for time for the Q&A, guys, if you have Atul, if you are there.
Yeah. Hi, Sachin.
Yeah, sure. Hi,
So thank you so much for the insightful session. So we are seeing a lot of reactions from all the participants. That's a really good sign. I hope all of you liked the insightful session by Sachin. So we'll now quickly start with the Q&A. Let me turn on the Q&A. Yeah. So on the bottom right corner of the meeting, you'll see meeting options. And from there, you can go to Q&A. And you can start posting your questions for Sachin, and we'll quickly take as many questions as we can. So waiting for your questions. To all those who want to ask about the certificate and the recording of the session, so you'll get the certificate and you'll get the recording of the session by Monday end of day. So you can follow us on LinkedIn and you can tag us while posting the certificates. Okay, so you've started getting questions, Sachin.
Yeah, sure. I'll tackle the first question, I guess, is from Shriram. Tell me about RAG and vector database. Hey, like we already discussed about RAG and vector database. Okay, so I guess if you want to learn more, there are a couple of channels you can refer to. Just you can write on YouTube RAG and vector database and all of that stuff, and you can use those. Okay, and refer to those channels for learning purposes. Whatever I had to tell, like I felt that we had a limited time, right? So I hope you understand. You got a basic idea of that. So yeah, I hope that answers your questions.
Okay.
Send me some. Okay, so another is suggest me some cool analytics
tools. I think Anshul wants to ask about some cool analytics tools.
There are a lot of analytics tool. Actually, I'm not from the data analytics domain, but yeah, there are some cool analytics tools from like Salesforce also, and a couple of more these companies. You'll have to explore this. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Anshul, could you please elaborate on your question?
Yeah.
Till that, we'll take the next question from Shikhar. Does YouTube also use vectors in its search console? Sachin.
The answer is no. YouTube, Google, they don't use vector and vector databases. There is a concept of indexing. Okay, if you have this topic of computer compiler design, and then in computer science they teach, right? So Google does not use vector databases, but it uses some sort of analytics, and they have their own algorithm to index the documents, index the results. Okay, so yeah, I
Okay.
hope that answers your questions. Yeah.
Yeah. So the next question is from Dharmendra. How can we try an LLM model or RAG as hands-on?
Okay, so to try RAG as a hands-on, okay, so you can use this framework called LLM Llama Index. So let me show you quickly. Llama Index. Yeah, can you see here? Llama Index. So Llama Index, you just go here, Llama Index docs, you write, and you can refer this doc. Okay, Llama Index doc I went, and you can just refer it. I'm just telling for the beginners. Okay. So 1 second, open, yeah, you can follow these tutorials. Okay, you can follow these tutorials. So, and then see, answering question, RAG, you can follow this, and you can get the answer. You can just build it. Okay, hands-on. I hope that answered questions.
Yeah. Sachin, could you please put this link in the chat for Dharmendra?
Definitely, I'll do that. So 1 second. Yeah.
Hope that answers your question, Dharmendra. So we have an interesting question, Sachin, for you from Shubham. So Shubham is asking, how can we make an AI agent that can build another AI agent?
Yeah, it is also easy. You can build an AI agent that can build another AI agent. So basically, in AI agent, there is a concept of tools. Tools is basically nothing of function, Python function, let's say. So you have a Python function. Inside that, you write the code to build another AI agent. Okay, and whenever you start your agent will automatically call that tool inside which you have written to create another AI agent. So you can do that way.
Okay. So hope that answers your question, Shubham. The next question is from Shreya. Shreya wants to ask, these AI tools which you provided, do we need to invest money or are they free?
Most of them are free. For trial version or daily purpose, I myself have not bought any AI subscription, because I find all of them to be very sufficient in the free versions itself. So all of them are mostly free. They have their trial versions, their paid versions as well, but I don't feel you will require that.
Okay, thank you. So the next question is from Shivam. Can you please explain recurrent models in context of the said Google paper?
This will require a lot of time. Maybe some other time I will explain the recurrent models in the context of say in Google paper. Attention is all you need. I guess it will take a lot of time, so maybe sometime later.
Okay, thank you. So the next question is from Vansh. Will there be a session for using tools like Cursor AI and N8N? So Vansh, we've already had a session for this, for Cursor AI. So stay tuned for other workshops. We have workshops on every Saturday. Maybe we'll repeat the workshop and then you can definitely join. So the next question is from Neeta. Can you explain prompt engineering and fine tuning again with a few more examples? So Sachin, could we just take 2 minutes to quickly go through this again?
Sure. So prompt engineering, I'll explain here only. Prompt engineering and fine tuning, both of them. Prompt engineering, I told you that you craft your prompt, or write a prompt, a good prompt, and you give that to the model such that the model responds in a specific format only. For example, I told the model that, hey, ChatGPT, you are my DSA assistant, and your task is to help me in DSA. And I will tell the model that, hey, also you have to make sure that whatever output you give, that should always be in JavaScript, no other programming language. Now, after giving this much prompt, okay, to the model, what will happen is whenever we ask a new question, it will always follow that instruction and give the output in a certain way which we have instructed to give it to. So that is known as a very basic of prompt engineering. Now, fine tuning, basically, you have a huge amount of data source and you use APIs or the ways, or there are multiple ways to do fine tuning. You pick one model, you have this data source and fine tune. Okay, fine tune that model on that data source. There are a couple of APIs and there are tools as well which you can use to do a fine tuning. So this is a basic of fine tuning. Yeah, someone said SageMaker. SageMaker is from AWS. You can use that as well. SageMaker and Bedrock are the two most famous AI related stuff on AWS. Okay.
Okay. So
Yeah.
hope that answers your question, Anoop and Neeta both. So now coming to the next question, Sachin sir, what learning path would you recommend for someone who wants to become a specialist in generative AI?
So first of all, you should know what is machine learning, how things evolve from machine learning, the basic statistical models to the neural networks, and then later to these recurrent neural networks and all of that stuff, and later to the transformer architecture. This history first you should know. The first step is to know the history and the basics. You should have a good standing of Bayes theorem, probability, statistics, and all of that stuff. So basic idea of machine learning you should have. Okay, that you know reinforcement learning with human feedback and all of that stuff. So these are the basic concepts you should learn first. That is the first point. The second point is you should learn all these tools and terminologies, okay, whatever they're famous in generative AI, and you can find a course which teaches you everything. Start with prompt engineering, study RAG, fine tuning, pre-training, and then agents and all of these stuffs one after another after learning the basics. So you can follow this path. You can find a couple of courses on YouTube for free and paid ones as well, and you can use that.
Okay, thank you. So the next question is, any specific channel to learn about RAG?
There are a lot of channels. I can tell one channel is called like Code Basics. Code Basics. Okay, it's something like this. Code Basics. I'm writing in the chat.
Okay.
Code Basics. You can use this channel to learn about RAG. It's a simple, good channel. Yeah.
Okay. So we have another interesting question that we keep getting in the AI workshop, Sachin. So would really love to know your views. So the question is, can AI really take away jobs from the tools like Salesforce, SAP, etc.?
Salesforce, SAP, they have their own AI agents like Salesforce, Einstein, and all of these agents. I guess to answer, I don't feel it will take, but the thing is, key the Salesforce developer who have this manual job of doing the same thing repetitively again, their jobs AI will take, replaced by an agent. But I feel that if you acquaint yourself or learn the AI agents or the stuff that Salesforce and SAP are providing to do things more productively, like I told about Salesforce, Einstein. So if you learn these things, then I don't feel that AI will take someone's job or something. But yeah, if someone is doing manual work and something like that, AI will come for you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So the next question is from Harshit. I don't want to use Python. Can I create and train my own model with my database using JavaScript and TensorFlow?
TensorFlow JS, it is there. Okay, you can use TensorFlow JS for that. But I generally recommend people using Python because Python have a huge amount of library in data science and all of that, matplotlib, this, that, whatever, a lot of stuff which will help you. TensorFlow JS is there, which you can use to train or use these machine learning purposes. But I feel it's better to switch with Python. Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is from Shashank. How did you learn these concepts? Any go-to YouTube channels for you?
He learned these concepts from the internal courses or internal trainings that we have at the company. That is one thing. I followed YouTube channels as well. So two famous channels, two, three, four I can tell you. One is MIT Courseware, another is Stanford Learning, another is Campus X, and again I'm repeating. Okay, MIT Courseware, Stanford Learning. There is one, and then another channel is Campus X. Another channel is Krish Nayak, and one more channel is Code Basics. 5 YouTube channels you can refer to.
So, Sachin, it will be really helpful for all the participants if you could write it in the chat. I'm so sorry.
Definitely. No worries, no worries.
Thank you so much. So, hope that answers your question, Shashank. So, to all the participants, don't worry if you have missed out on any part of the workshop. You'll definitely get the recording. You'll get the recording of the Q&A session as well by Monday end of day. So you can refer to it as many times as you want. So we have a question from Sriram. When do we get the workshop certificate? You'll get the workshop certificate by Monday end of day. Okay. Thank you, Sachin. So the next question is, I want to know who does query in RAG that is obtained by vector database.
Mm, who does query in RAG that is obtained by vector database? Okay. So quickly I'll answer. Okay, we don't have much time. So when the API call comes into the backend, okay, so we call a function. Let's say we have built a function and we call that function during that flow only, during that API call. And then we get the data and the question from the user and the data from that function call and put it to the model. And that is how it works.
Okay. So hope that answers your question. The next question is a very specific question. It's an interesting question, Sachin. So as a biotechnologist, Konchada wants to ask, how can I build my career by learning and using Gen AI and land up in a clinical data analysis company?
First is you should know the basics of generative AI. You can refer to the courses and the links, the channels and the links I shared with you. That is one thing, and try to apply whatever problems you have in your biotechnology field into how is there any repetitive work that you are doing which can be automated or done by a AI or something, or you can leverage AI to make things which are slow to make it more productive, and you can learn first AI and then try to identify the gaps in your industry. And the third one is try to apply AI on those gaps to fill those gaps. This is how you can do it. Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is from Ashok. Which one is the best AI tool for cloud domain?
Best AI tool for cloud domain, as in I could not understand. Like
Yeah.
in cloud, a lot of cloud providers are providing huge amount of AI tools and infrastructure. Like as I mentioned before, AWS providing the Bedrock, SageMaker. They have this whole agents. They have Nova SDK. Google is providing ADK, Agent Development Kit, A2A, Agent to Agent Protocol, and this Claude is providing MCP and all of that stuff.
So Ashok, if you could elaborate on your question, that will be great. Till the time, we'll take the next question. So the next question is, how could we use Windsurf?
Just download it. Google Windsurf, download it, and then try to install. It's just like VS Code. It's based on VS Code only.
Okay. So the next question is, how to start learning Agno for AI agent?
Just go to Agno. They have a very beautiful documentation. Start learning from there. They have very beautiful. Just go to Agno. Agno AI you search. They have very beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next question is from Shivam again. Also, can you guide me where I can study and understand this Google Doc in easier way?
Okay. So attention is all you need. If you want to understand, there are a lot of channels that they have explained. Attention is all you need in a very simpler manner. So you can go through those YouTube channels. Just write attention is all you need explanation. You will find tons of videos.
Okay. So the next question is from Suvarnamala. Can you also let us know which AI tools will give us free access to develop these agents in learning?
Agno, Autogen.
Okay.
You can develop agents for free. Okay. And to put the model inside, so inside the agent, we put a model, we plug a model. So that model, how to get it free? GitHub AI marketplace. So without adding credit card, you can get all these models, the trial version only, without adding credit card for this learning and exploration purpose. GitHub AI marketplace. You can explore there. You can get the API key from there without having any credit card. All these OpenAI and all of them, they ask for a credit card before accessing the model. You can access the model, very small version, trial version of any model from the GitHub AI marketplace. Look over there.
Okay. So the next question is from Chintamani Santosh Kumar. So he has been attending almost all our sessions regularly on every Saturday. So thank you so much, Chintamani. So we have the question from Chintamani, that is, how do you detect and address potential biases in generated outputs from multiple generative AI models?
See, there are a lot of ways. Okay, so first we have something called temperature. I'm not. I'll go with biases. First, I'm talking about temperature. So temperature is one thing. What it does is how creative your model you want to be. Okay, how creative your model you want to be. You can tune that. Okay, so what happens is sometimes during, if your creativity, your temperature is generally temperature is preferred as 0.5 to 0.7 or something. So generally what happens is, if you put it near that only, the model will tend to answer a very simple and not very creative or any biased answer kind of that. So maybe one thing can be you put a temperature within a very specific range. Another thing is how to detect a potential bias. Okay, is basically there are a couple of tools where you can control the output. Okay, control the output, whatever bias or the flags you can give or guardrails you can give, what kind of output it should do, what it should not say, what it should not address, and all of this. This is how you can address the potential biases or how it is deviating from a normal answer and biasing towards one answer, that you can control and address from there. There are a lot of configurations, like temperature one I told you. There are a lot of hyperparameters, the parameters you can put, and that's how you can do it.
Okay, so hope that answers your question. The next question is from Meena Kumari. How can we implement a vector database?
You can use a vector database instance. You can use it from, there are a couple of cloud providers like Azure, AWS. Azure has a vector database called Azure AI Search. You can use that. You can use, there are a couple of famous vector databases. It's just like you install SQL and run an SQL instance, right? So you can use that as well. Pinecone is there, Fias is there. You can just Google top 5 free vector databases, install any one of them and use them.
Okay, so Kiran wants to ask that I use Cursor already, but she wants some more suggestions, because sometimes the cursor editor is not able to understand the prompt properly.
Okay, so if your cursor editor is not able to understand properly, first step is to give a prompt in a better way. Second is you can define cursor rules. There is a concept of cursor rules. What you can define what it has to do, in which way it has to answer. So you can Google it, cursor rules.
Okay, so the next question is from Rohan. Rohan, we've already answered what is prompt engineering. So you can refer to the recording once again. And you can also refer to the YouTube channels that Sachin has put in the chat. So the next question is from Sparsh. That is, can you just tell a little more about LLM or just a short recap? So Sachin, can we do that?
Sure. LLM, again, I'll tell you, it stands for large language model. Okay. And all these machine learning models have been trained on a huge amount of data set. Okay. And they follow an architecture called transformer, which is a neural network. That is another point. And these all large language model have a mechanism, or how they work is to try to predict a token, try to predict the next token or generate a next token, what token they have generated before, and try to generate the next token. And that also you can, there are a couple of hyperparameters called, hyperparameters is basically parameters. When you have an instance of a few people were doubting this. So when you have a machine learning model or something, or LLM, you pass these parameters inside that. Okay, top K, top P, temperature, and a lot of stuff. And we have something called guardrails to protect how the answer, and someone asked about bias and the wrong answers and the bad answers, to protect those, to control those, to address those. You can use these kind of things. Okay, so LLMs use these hyperparameters to generate a new output. And all of these things, and trained on a huge amount of data. I hope that makes it clear.
Okay, so the next question is from Rani. What are some common interview questions for AI roles? Rani, I think you can Google this, or you can ask ChatGPT about this. You'll get a lot of questions. So we'll take the next question by Chintamani again. What techniques can be used to design effective prompts for GenAI models to achieve the desired output quality?
Okay, so there are a lot of techniques you can do. Okay, so a few short prompting or something like that, that is very technical. I'm talking about those who don't know anything. Okay, so what you can do is, you can use, there are a lot of prompt enhancers that you can use to enhance your prompts, and then use those prompts to feed into the model. That is one thing. Another thing is few short prompting or zero shot prompting kind of things you can use. Few short prompting means like you give couple of examples along with the prompt, so that the model answers better, model gives better answers. Okay, that is one thing you can use. Or you can use a couple of prompt enhancers. They enhance your prompt, and that prompt you can put into the model. Therefore, your answer will become better.
Okay. So the next question is from Rajat. What kind of projects do you suggest we can build to understand these concepts properly?
AI agents. Try to build AI agents.
Okay. So the next question is from Akash. Sachin sir, what learning path would you recommend for someone who wants to become a specialist in generative AI? Akash,
I
Sachin has
guess.
already mentioned a lot of
Hmm.
YouTube channels in the chat. So just try and explore a little, or just ask ChatGPT. So the next question is again from Rohan. What is prompt engineering? Rohan, you can refer to the workshop recording that you'll get on Monday. Uh, So Sneha is asking a question. What do you suggest as a beginner, in how many months we can be a pro in AI? So it's a very subjective thing, Sneha. How much time do you put in? What are you doing right now? Are you a student? Are you a working professional? But Sachin, for a student, how much time should it take to learn AI completely?
Learn AI completely. If so, AI is a very vast term. So if you are talking only about generative AI and these LLMs, tokens, and all these fields related thing, uh, 3 to 5 months is fine. 3 to 5 months of continuous daily, consistently, like you study and make projects, it's fine. 3 to 5 months.
Okay. So the next question is from Harsh. Is VO3 AI also, does it use vector database?
VO3A is a text to video model. I'm not sure. I don't think it uses vector database or not. I don't think it vector database for is a different purpose. It's for getting a context. Okay. VO3 is a text to video model. I don't think it uses vector database as far as my knowledge goes. Yeah.
Okay. So how to add agent in Merge chatbot to do tasks?
Very easy. Use, I told you Agno, right? You make a, like, you build your backend on Python and you write the agentic code over there. And whenever you do an API call run, try to run those agents. And front end you build with React and all of these stuff. That's how you can build it.
Okay, so Arun Kumar has an interesting question, Sachin. So now chatbots are being implemented in many companies. So it is in demand. Till it is implemented in most companies, after that, only updating the model, maintaining is required. So then the demand for GenAI, will it reduce compared to full stack?
It will never reduce. The answer is no, it will not reduce. Yeah, I totally agree. All of the companies are building their custom chatbots, but the thing is key, later the things will come to automate the things. There will be a lot of stuff to do. Okay. RAG has already gone. Now it's the era for agents. RAG is a last to last year term. Okay, now it's an era of agents. Everyone is building agents. Even my team, we are building so many agents. Okay, and at my company, we are building so many agents. Okay, tools, AI tools, AutoCAD. If you have used so many AI tools and agents, they are building over there. AI tools they are building over there in AutoCAD. It's one of our flagship product, and so many Maya, 3ds Max, all these tools. Now they are integrating the existing stuff with AI. Okay, so that it makes the experience overall better, not just making a chatbot separately, just putting AI in everything, whatever application you have.
Okay. So Chintamani again wants to ask how will improvements in LLM's reasoning capabilities impact agentic use cases in 2025?
See, it's very directly proportional. The more the more LLMs have these thinking capabilities, the more better they will be able to select a tool which they have to use. Okay, so basically how it works is, so when we ask any question, the agent picks any one tool which is the closest or what question we are asking. To answer that question, it uses one tool. So this thinking capabilities or the reasoning capabilities, if these reasoning capabilities becomes more better, the agent, or sorry, the LLM will think more recursively and more deeply in order to use, like, which tool to use. And if chooses better tool, that will result in a better agentic workflow, because agent is using tools and all these things. If it done better decisions, if it did better decisions, then the overall agentic workflow is will enhance. So directly it will have a very significant impact on the agentic use cases, because internally it's deciding only. They decide, the LLMs decide based on what we have given to them. Either it can be context, it can be the context vector databases, tools, whatever access we have given to them, which one to pick right best. And this is the major problem in agents right now. A lot of them fail in between because the LLM is not properly able to pick the correct, not able to do the correct step, and the allowing like reasoning capabilities and reasoning enhancement in the LLMs will improve this decision making over there. So that's how it can improve the agentic use cases in 2025 and so on.
Okay. So Sudha is asking, please explain what is agents. Sudha, you can refer to the workshop recording, and I hope that will clear your query. So the next question is from Leela. How should we proceed in learning more about generative AI more? Leela, you can refer to the YouTube channels that Sachin has mentioned in the chat. So the next question is, sir, can you tell all the GPTs uses the fine tuning? So can you elaborate the question, Bitra Vishnu Sai? I'm not able to understand. I'm so sorry. So the next question is from Rani. How do we choose an algorithm for solving AI problems? Sachin.
How do we use an algorithm for solving AI problems? First, you have to identify what your problem is. Okay. So like I'm understanding in the context of early ML models. So if you feel that you have to do any classification related tasks, you can use logistic regression or something like that to do a classification. If you want to do prediction, you can use other models as well. So it depends on the use case, and see what category does it fit into, and then you can choose an algorithm from scikit-learn or from anywhere to solve that problem and train it on the data set, do feature extraction and everything, and then you can just solve your problem. I'm thinking, and I'm thinking that your question is in that aspect. Yeah.
Okay. So we have a question from T. Sullivan and Rajat. So both are similar questions. Do you suggest any roadmap for learning Gen AI or agentic AI, like any order of learning? If you could please give some insights. And Rajat wanted to ask, can you give a
Sure.
to understand these skills?
I'll just if I start explaining the roadmap, it might be, you can just try maybe googling this stuff. Okay, roadmap to learn generative AI. You can find it on Google, because as we are really short on time, so it will be like tough for me to explain over everything over here.
Yeah. So Rajat and Sullivan, you can also refer to the YouTube channels. I'm sure you'll find something insightful over there. Uh, So the next question is from Sparsh. Can you tell some few AIs to create AI agent of our own?
Yeah, I mentioned the frameworks, right? Agno, Autogen. You can use Google ADK. You can use AWS Strands API. These are all coding tools. Non-code means, in non-code you can use N8N, or in non-code you can also use a tool called Make. It's called Make, M-A-K-E. So you can use these tools. Yeah.
Okay, so we are running short on time. We'll take 5 to 6 more questions, Sachin. So the fifth last question from Chintamani: what safeguards are in place to protect sensitive data privacy when using a data agent?
See, this totally depends on how kind of what kind of implementation you're doing. Okay, so there are a lot of tools that we use internally at Autodesk. Okay, so it is very subjective. Everyone uses different tools to protect or to stop any sensitive data going inside that, or doing any that kind of stuff. So yeah, there are a couple of tools which is very subjective. Guardrails. There are so many guardrail tools on AWS. There are so many guardrail companies, the frameworks they provide. In OpenAI, Azure, we have so many guardrail tools, so we can use those. And there are a couple of all filtration layers that protects all this data. So it's very subjective. It's very subjective to the use cases.
Okay, 4 more questions to go. Any suggestions on transitioning from data science to machine learning engineer, Sachin?
Any suggestions from transitioning from data science to machine learning?
Yeah.
I really don't think data science, you must have already covered most of the stuff. But yeah, it will obviously help you. You just have to learn whatever algorithms we have in the machine learning, whatever algorithms, and how does this apply on the data and all of that stuff. You just have to worry about that. And then
Okay.
if you have a data science person, it has already have covered most of the thing, I believe.
Correct. So hope that answers your question, Sullivan. Uh, 3 more questions to go. As a fresher, what was your first job, and that job is on campus or off campus? And second thing, how did you crack Amazon and Autodesk? Any tip for freshers, by Ayush?
Okay. Okay, a quick recap of so I have worked till now at 5 companies as intern, full time, whatever you can tell. Okay, so most of them I got few pool campus, off campus, few on campus. It was like that. So yeah. If you want to get into product-based company, if you are taking this into that side, if you are looking to get a job into a product-based company like Fang and all these flagship product-based company like which offer like 40 LPA and onwards, 40 lakhs per annum and onwards, you have to target one thing that is known as DSA. So yeah, that is one thing. DSA and DSA, computer science fundamentals and system design. You don't have to worry about anything else.
Okay. So is there any rules that we should follow while prompting by Kumara?
Is there any rules that we should follow while prompting? See, that also depends on what you want to retrieve. Okay. Okay, what you want to retrieve. One common tip I can give you is when you write these terminologies that strictly or something like that, when you explicitly tell the model to do anything, it will focus on that a lot. I don't think it is also very subjective what you want to retrieve from the model as an output. Okay, so people use different kind of stuff.
Okay, so one last question from an interesting attendee. The attendee's name is Goldman Yamraj. He's asking, if I don't have a laptop, then what can I do? So you can definitely buy a laptop from Amazon or from a nearby electronics store. Thank you for your question, Yamraj. Uh, so that's it. We have some more questions, but we're running a little short on time. So we usually share a feedback form. So we'll share a feedback form next week with all of you. And if you still have some more questions, you can definitely post your questions in the form, and we'll try to get them answered from Sachin. Thank you so much for attending the workshop today on a Saturday afternoon. Thank you so much, Sachin, for taking out time on a Saturday afternoon. Uh, hope you liked the audience, and to the audience, hope you liked the session. So we'll send the certificate and the workshop recording by Monday end of day. So you can write something in your LinkedIn post and attach your certificate. You can write whatever you've learned, and we'll repost the most interesting LinkedIn posts by the Cuvette page. So that will amplify your profile. That's it. Yeah. Thank you, Sachin. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the session. Thank you. Have a great day ahead.
Okay.